race fans. I'm Phil. This is the beautiful Christina, and today it's a special race day on Wednesday at Martinsville under the lights for the first time.
Oh yeah, and under the lights, no matter day or night, race day means power ranking. As always, for you history buffs, I did look up a little history on Martinsville Speedway. It was built in 1947. It ran as a dirt track for a few years. Then they decided to pave it in 1955, making it one of the oldest tracks in the circuit.
Yep, it's a paperclip half mile, which means it's long straightaways, real tight turns, real tight racing.
Yes, exactly. It's considered a one-groove bottom lane racetrack. A bump and run is definitely something used here a lot, so you will see tempers flaring and race cars are tearing.
Yep, it's very common. By the end of the race, there's going to be a lot of beat-up cars. That's just the way Martinsville is.
Oh yeah, it ain't gonna be pretty, but it's gonna be nice.
And good to watch, that's for sure. So let's get right to it. Let's get to the power rankings.
Let's do it.
Yeah, somebody got the better of me yesterday. She got 10 out of her top 10 in the top 10.
And the winner.
Right. I did 9 out of my top 10 in the top 10, which isn't bad. So.
Yeah, but second then only counts for horseshoes and hand grenades.
Yeah, well.
And they sure don't give out second place prizes in NASCAR.
Alright, so let's get right to it. My number 10 is Ryan Blaney. He's got Penske power. I know he's young. In the last 2 years, he's got 4 top 10s in 4 races, so why not?
Well, butter me blue, because my number 10 is Ryan Blaney too.
Well, hey, doesn't that just work out?
I mean, I have to agree. I think he's a solid choice. He's got Penske's been showing serious power at Martinsville, and both his teammates have a win, so why not him? He's like your dark horse from Martinsville, maybe?
Yeah, exactly there. I guess great minds think alike. All right, so number 9.
Number 9, I have Martin Truex Jr.
Ooh, Martin Truex.
Has great stats here. Stage win. He got his first stage wins last week. He averages 9th in the last 6 races, 5 top 10s. Consistency is the word with him. So Martin Truex is my 9th.
Yeah, I mean, I have Truex 1 notch higher. I have Truex at 8 for basically a lot of the same reasons. He's consistent. He'll be in the top 10, but I don't see him in the top 5. I just don't.
I agree. I think he'll be there. I just don't think he'll be up there contending.
No, not today. Not today. So my number 9 is Kurt Busch. I know Kurt Busch. He's been consistent. He's been averaging top 10s. I mean, he's leading with how many top 10s? Oh no, I'm sorry, top 5s. He has 6 top 5s tied with Kevin Harvick for top of the season. And just for about where he's been top 5, top 10s. He's been consistently there.
Well, since we're trying to jump around here, my number 8, was Kurt Busch for a lot of the same reasons as well.
So we had the same 8 and 9, we just flipped them.
Flip the switch. I mean, let's start back from Atlanta. He started in the back of the race. He had to serve a first lap penalty, and he still fought his way back to a top 10 finish.
Yeah, he had a good car, and it showed even when he was a lap down. He was actually passing the 4th place car, the 3rd place car. I mean, he was ahead. He passed the 2nd place car, which is why he was able to get that lucky dog, because Chase, at the time, who was the leader, was lapping all those slower cars, and he had to be right there, which he did. Got back on the lead lap.
Not to mention, short tracks.
Yeah.
Never count out a Busch at a short track.
No, and he's won here before.
Yes, he has.
I'm just not sure he's going to be up there today. So.
There's a lot of good drivers. Up there.
As you will see.
So let's get straight on to my number 7.
Number 7.
God, it was so hard to pick power rankings this week. I don't know if it was for you, but it wasn't hard to pick drivers because there's so many good drivers, but it was just so hard to put them in an order.
Yeah, because there's so many good drivers that are good here at Martinsville.
You're not kidding.
So who's going to be good today?
So, my number 7, getting back to it, I picked Joey Logano.
Joey Logano at number 7.
I know it seems low, but
Like you just said, there's a lot of good
so
drivers.
many good drivers. I mean, he's got 5 poles here. Let's start with that. He's starting 3rd today. You know,
Good spot.
he's a consistent driver. Going back to that same word, consistency is the word of the day. A pit road accident last week could have ruined his day, but he still ended up with a top 10 finish. You can't take it away from Joey Logano. He's one of the drivers that's going to be in the mix at the end of the race.
Yeah, no doubt. Because as a matter of fact, I also have Joey Logano at number 7. You need to stop copying me.
You're looking at my paper, dude.
I had mine down first. Thank you very much.
Excuse me?
All right,
No,
so
thank you.
I mean, we'll get into the, he's got 2 wins this season. He's got 12 playoff points, tied for first, and he does have a win here, so he's going to be good. I think 7 will be a good spot for him. So we'll move on. Number 6, I have Brad Keselowski at number 6. He has 2 wins here. He's got 2 wins this season. He's got 7 top 10s this season, second only to Kevin Harvick. The guy's just been consistently good. He's on his contract year, and he's going to keep looking to roll this season, and I think he's going to be rolling in Martinsville.
I do have Brad Keselowski on my list as well. I do have him a little higher than you do.
Oh, so he made your top 5.
He did make, I don't know if it's much.
Well, if
Yeah,
it's
he
higher
did make
than
my,
here, he's top 5.
he did make my top 5, yes. Had to check.
I almost
I changed him around so many dang times, I forgot where I put him. But, yes, he is in my top 5. Shall we move on to my number 6?
Yeah, let's hear it.
My number 6 is my man Chase.
Chase Elliott. Chase Elliott drops out of top 5.
Here. Only because he hasn't won here. He does have a second place here a year ago. But let's say you're only as good as your last race.
Well, his last race was second place.
Last race was second place.
Which means he was good.
He's arguably the best driver this year. But you've got, when you go down the numbers and you look at the numbers and you look at the drivers that are on this track with him, veterans that know this track well.
Yeah. Martinsville's a tough old man. You got to know what you're doing.
So, as much as I want to say, oh yeah, he's going to win this week, he's number 1, I do think he'll be up there. But will he win? That's the question.
Yeah, I guess we'll have to wait and see. Well, you know what time it is now. It's time for the top dogs. It's time for the cream of the crop. It's time for the top 5. That's right. And should I go first, or should it be ladies first? How about ladies first?
Well, I'll take ladies first any day. Kyle Busch is my number 5.
Kyle Busch, number
Right
5.
Now, I know he's got serious numbers here at Martinsville. He's starting 7th today. He's averaging, 6? In the last 6 races, he's averaging 11th, which sounds great for other drivers, but for Kyle Busch, it's really not.
Yeah, a DNF just takes that down because he's got quite a few top 5s.
But he has serious numbers at short tracks and Martinsville. He's led 1,400 laps at least here. He's got an average finish of 12th out of 29 races. He's won 2 of them. So he can win here.
Oh yeah, he's definitely winning. You know what? I also have Kyle Busch at number 5. I mean, I promise we are not looking at each other's stuff. We are doing these on our own. We're just great minds, I guess. But yeah, I mean, like you say, he's got 2 wins here, but also he's got 16 top 5s. I mean, that's pretty high for top 5s.
That's unheard. It's crazy,
All right, but there's still the problem that he has no wins and no stage wins, giving him 0 playoff points. So until he starts getting some W's, it's hard to move him up much higher.
Which is one of the reasons why I put him 5th. Because I would love to put him higher. I think he's got a great chance of winning every race he goes to. But if in the grand scheme of things, if you're not putting the W's on the board, then how do you really count that you can?
Racing is all about the W's.
Ain't that true?
All right, so you went first, number 5. So my number 4, don't have to copy me, is Jimmy Johnson. I mean, talk about guys that have owned this track. 9 wins, 19 top 5s, and 24 top 10s. I mean, it's just, he's owned this track. I don't think he's as good as he was, because I think other guys have come up, but he's still hungry. He's going to be in the top 5 at the very least. I don't see any way around it.
I do have Jimmy Johnson on my top 5, obviously, but I have him a little higher than you do. I have him at number 2, since I'm going to jump up a little bit since you're talking about him. I have him at number 2. For most of the same reasons. Jimmy Johnson has 9 grandfather clocks here. 9 wins, sweetheart. And this man, never count out Jimmy Johnson. I know I say that a lot, but never count out Jimmy Johnson. Martinsville is one of those tracks, either you know how to drive or you don't know how to drive. And Jimmy Johnson knows how to drive this track.
Yeah, when you've got a feel for Martinsville, you just got a feel for it. That's what Martinsville is.
Exactly. He's starting 22nd today, but don't count that out. When he started 40th at, I think it was Bristol, he got up to 2nd on the track. So don't count him out. This man knows how to get to the front of the track. This man knows how to win a race. This is last year. He's hungry. He wants to get into that talk about another championship. Starting getting a win here could start that talk.
Yeah, this is a track where he can do it too. So hopefully he can. Well, since we kind of jumped out of order, we still don't have your number 4, so let's go ahead and get number 4.
Okay, let me jump back to my number 4. My number 4 is Brad Keselowski.
Ooh, Bubba K.
Bubba K. And a list of drivers, obviously. You heard I have Jimmy Johnson too, so major drivers ahead of him. The reason I picked him at number 4 is because he's driven to victory lane 2 times in 3 years and led 446 laps at Martinsville.
Yeah, I mean...
So he's very capable of going out there and winning today. And starting from 6th, good place to be.
It sure is. I mean, he's a good guy. He's a good driver. He's good at this track. It wouldn't be surprised if he's up there.
Definitely wouldn't be surprised. He's a great driver. He's one of that Penske Power trio. It's a very good chance you could see him in victory lane today.
All right, well, moving on to number 3, I have Denny Hamlin. He's got 5 wins here. He's looking pretty good, but lately he has more momentum than the 2 guys, than Jimmy Johnson and college behind him, so I put him above him for that reason. He's got 2 wins this season. He's got playoff win. He's getting the things he needs. He's running well. He's doing better, and plus it's Virginia. Between the 2 short tracks of Virginia, he's owning those. He's owned those tracks. So.
Well, no argument here. Denny Hamlin is my number 3.
Oh, my goodness.
For pretty much the same reasons. He considers this to be one of his home tracks to begin with. He is one of the best drivers here. He's the best Toyota driver, respectively, of 2020. He's got 5 wins here. He's got 21 top 10s and 28 starts. That's insane.
Yeah.
Do not count out Denny Hamlin to win here today.
Yeah,
Denny Hamlin could be in victory lane.
Not to mention 1,566 laps led. You know, that's over 3 races worth of laps.
The only people who have more are Jimmy Johnson and Kyle Busch.
Yeah.
So, out of a list of drivers, Denny Hamlin could be there, respectively, today.
I believe 100% we're going to see a lot of Denny Hamlin. All right, I'm going to go ahead and get into my number 2, since you already told us your number 2 is Jimmy Johnson. My number 2 is Chase Elliott. He finally got moved down from number 1. Chase Elliott is sitting at number 2 because his Martinsville performances have been improving. His last Martinsville performance, as I said earlier, was 2nd, and I think he's going to be right there looking to win today's race.
Oh yeah, I have no doubt Chase Elliott is going to be in the mix to win this race, though I put him a little lower. I just feel like that the ones that I have ahead of him are just so much better at this track, have so much more experience at this track.
Yep, but first-time winners, you got to win. Everybody's got to have their first win. Could this be Chase Elliott's first Martinsville win?
I mean, it's there. It could happen.
Yeah, he's good to be in the mix.
Definitely.
All right, well, here we are, number 1, and neither one of us has said this name before, so it's probably the same name.
Probably is. Are you ready? Should we say it together?
Yeah, we might as well. It's Kevin Harvick.
Yep.
That's who it is. I mean, how could you not put him number one after that performance at Atlanta on Sunday?
There's just no way you could. I mean, I know he's only got one career win at Martinsville, and he hasn't led a lap there since 2016. But he has 5 straight top 10s there. Not to mention the consistently strong race cars the entire year.
Yeah, he's fast week in, week out. He's got a good car. There's no way that you can't put him number one. He's just been so strong. He's got 9 top 10s out of the 10 races this season. It's ridiculous how consistent he's been, how strong he's been. So he's number one on the power ranking.
I give it up. I'm a former Harvick hater. I give in my badge. I'm jumping on the Harvick ride.
He's still not my favorite.
Hey, he drive for Tony.
Right. He's still not my favorite, but you got to give credit where credit's due.
Yeah,
he's been doing a good job.
Hey, he in the Tony ride. Woo woo!
But how about today's winner? Who is winning today's race? I'll tell you who's winning today's race. Denny Hamlin is winning today's race. He's just so good there. He's been so good there. And I think he's going to be in the right place at the right time, and he's going to get the win.
It's so hard to argue with that because that is a very true statement, and I do agree with you that he could win today because Denny Hamlin is very strong at Martinsville. He takes his home tracks to heart, and this is one of them, so he will fight, claw, death, and nail to get to the front of the racetrack. Do not think he won't. However, I think Harvick is going to keep his consistent streak going. He's the highest averaging driver out of the last 6 races with a 5th place finish at least in every race. He's got 2 all top 5s, all top 10s. I mean, how do you not go by the numbers? Harvick's going to be there. He's going to carry the momentum from the last race into this one, and he's going to carry it right back to victory lane.
I disagree. I don't see twin clocks in his trophy case anytime soon.
Hey, maybe
or at
he'll
least his
smash
trophy
it this
room,
year.
because you can't get that grandfather clock in a trophy case. I'm sorry.
Or maybe he'll smash it like Kyle Busch did.
Yeah.
Not. Hopefully not that this. Now this is not crash smash worthy, but still, I think Harvick will be up there.
He'll be up there, but he ain't winning. Denny Hamlin is winning today.
Well,
that's my
It's
pick.
gonna be no matter what, it's gonna be a fight.
Yeah. It's gonna be Denny Hamlin. Well, that's it. That's all we have for you today. You have our top 10 power rankings. You have our winners pick, and what do you think? What's your opinion? Do you think we got a good top 10 and we got the right winner? Who's your top 10? Who do you think is winning this race?
Definitely comment below. Let us know if you think we got it right. You think we got it wrong. Let's talk it out. We want your top 10. If you like our show, please like, subscribe, and share us. Tell your friends about the tunnel turn. Anything else you want to say today, baby?
No, that's it.
All right. Well, the next race coming up is the Blue Emu. Was 500, right?
Yes.
That is on FS1 at 7:30 p.m. I believe.
7 p.m. and pre-race starts at 6. Race at 7.
First race at Martinsville under the lights. That's going to be so cool.
Yes, it is. I cannot wait. Can't get here fast enough.
Can't wait.
So, until then, we will see you at the next time.
Bye.